It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Real.
Shit.
X3, 218, chopper. Real. Hey. That's
50
First down, Mayfield.
Squish, double.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Set, ready. Over there. 6 to Pittsburgh. Mike, 58, right there. Pick it up. Topper.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw complete there. Rodgers.
Nowhere.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
They're scared. Shift.
Swing roll. West. Yup.
I got it.
Haywood.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Good night, baby.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's go. 91. 58's Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Shift.
Rotate. Spell.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Check. Lucky.
Zip, zip. 6-6.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ready up.
It's the mic. Go 58's the mic. I got it. Check 3.
Hunt. 64. Weak. Go.
Motion.
On second and 11 now. Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
Number 53. Mike 53. No chance.
Yes. What do you want?
Third and short yardage, Brissett. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Second and 10 at the Browns' 38-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
SOS. 58, boys. 58. 58. It's Mike. Check pass.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. That second down run, a big help, as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
7 brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Set. 60 out low.
Watch the curl.
22 jet bomber.
Check 90.
22 jet bomber. Set. Go.
They go play action with Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping. Mike. 53. Mike. You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Double up.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Let's go, let's go. Let it go.
Here's Brissett.
Watch the curl.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Colts on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Straight stone. Travel. Check nickel.
To throw, Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They're not ready for this. They still playing pistol. Run. Football. 80 weapon. Check 13. 25. Check 25.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
And didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And the Browns first down.
Set. 180. Mike's 50. Regular. Get ready. Protein spill.
Alert 3.
Watch that.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He wasn't ready.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watch the curl. Alert flare. Alert 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, alert 33. Get wide.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
I'm going to hit you.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Gain on the play brings up third down.
Set. 180. 58's the mic. Hey, alert 33. Slam.
Mayfield now. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. He finds Beckham complete. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set. 180. Point it right. Blue draw corkers.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you.
Run.
Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
61, matchbox lights. Tighten up.
Mayfield now from the 50. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
Regular.
And 58 is the mic.
Hurry. Hey, foxtrot.
58's the mic. 58.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Going deep here for Landry. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Bravo. 58, right over there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
It's a sack. Come on, fellas.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Switch it, switch it. West. Slam, slam.
They'll throw now on the final play. It's caught by Funchess. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready, ready. 50, 60 yards. 53. Mike.
Don't let him breathe.
Don't take. Spell.
First down, Brissett. And it's intercepted.
Check safety.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
There we go.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
53.
They'll start on the ground with Mack.
They're running it.
And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Brissett on first down. He's got Jack Doyle. The 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Let's go. 53. Mike. Switch up. Check. 64. Tweak. Ready.
Rodgers brings it in. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Max box. Right. Now. Yo. Go get him. 53's the 66. Bullet high.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brissett, and he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper.
It got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
To throw, Mayfield. And he will get into the end zone, so the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
No. Off. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They'll run with Mack. And he's got this down to the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
All day, baby, all day.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
20. Regular.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. They had 2 straight first downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
General West. Kings.
Chubb on the counter. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Mike's 50.
Kings. X3. 218, chopper.
From the 36, Mayfield. It's brought in by Harris. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Mike's 50.
180.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check your hot read.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's go, D.
Run.
Right here, we got to step it up.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Bang, bang.
Mayfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Down. Right over. 10. Lobo. Yeah. Mike, 58. Rotate. Spell. Party now.
Got it complete to Rodgers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Set, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Check. 53's Mike. Hunt, 64. Weak. Check. Crunch.
Out of the gun, Brissett. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down. Brissett, throw complete there. Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
58 right there. Pick it up.
On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Touchdown, baby.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
53's Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Here we go.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Indy.